Alright guys, we got a Murano here, Nissan Murano. Gonna change the belt. There's two belts on this, the alternator AC belts, and there's a power steering belt. There's two, so we don't know which one is the problem that we're gonna change. So because what happened was, when you start the vehicle, it's Squeak. So we're just trying to decide which belt to change, but we finally figure out that I think it's better to change both belts instead of finding which one is the one that Squeak. So this one here is the AC alternator belt, and this one right here is the power steering. You can tell there's a lot of play, really loose. Yeah, hopefully you guys could see that or hear that sound. That's the sound that's we're gonna fix. So we're just gonna change both belt. Okay, to take out this main belt, this alternator belt, we're gonna loosen this tensioner pulley bolt. Loosen that up, and I use 14 mil. It's pretty tight, so I loosened up already. So that's loose, and then now we can release the tension from the top, and I'll show you where that tension. So just loosen up. That's all good. And then let's go up top. Okay, we're up top now, passenger side. This is the tension right here, right there. That's what you lose the tension. So when you're trying to spin that, it will move the whole pulley assembly up to release the tension. As long as you get a small socket. Okay. Alright, that's loose. You can slide the belts out. And then seems like the pulley is nice. Now let's try to take out the power steering belt. Alright, I'll give you an overview. There's diagram here. So basically we took the tension off from this one already. Now taking out the power steering tension. This is the pump, so you can tell it bolts, two bolts that hold this pump, the one on the front, the one on the back. So you lose those bolts, and then when it's loose, you move this tension that points up, you move that tension down, and it will move this whole power steering down like this, and then we can take out the belt. Okay, so this is the view from the top of the engine. That's the water pump pulley right there. That's the belt, and the tension is right down there. And I'll show you on the other side. Well, it's hard to see from underneath because of the shadow, but I'm gonna point it out to you. Here's the pump, here's the tensioner, and the bolt that we had to loosen is up here. and then there's a bolt right in the front over here. So those bolts needs to be loosened first. Okay, so remember I had to loosen 2 bolts, one close to the engine and one to the back. So I guess you just need to loosen just the one in the back where the tension is. Right here, you don't need to loosen it up because the bolt head is on the back of the pump going this way. So the bolt head is over there on the other side, so I'm not loosening it up. So basically you just loose this bolt on top right here. I don't know if you can see it. Loosen that bolt and then apply the release the tension. So on this case you have to turn it right, turn it on a clockwise on the tension, so that this will move up, this pulley will move up, and then you just pull this belt out just like that. Okay, this belt is behind, it goes behind the crank pulley. So those are the 2 old belt. Okay, and then the new one is right here, made by Gates. So make sure compare the old to the new. So let's start with the power steering one. It's about right. And then the main one, it's about right. All right, let's put everything back together now. All right, let's start with the power steering pulley. Every belt when I put, I always have the lettering facing away from the vehicle. I don't know, that's how I do it. That's how I am. There's no arrow on this thing, so start with the crank side, going around the pulley on the water pump. Sorry, pulley on the power steering. So this is the new belt. Just keep the tension. Tighten up the belt now. So make sure this one is spin it counterclockwise. Double check. Make sure it's seated right. Alright, so it's all tight now. Less little deflection. Not too tight, not too loose. All good. Okay, I was thinking I'm gonna start up the engine and see if that the noise is still there or not. We know there's only one belt. There's no belt here. That thing is the only one that's spinning. Well, that's a good sign so far. There's no making a squeaky noise. So let's move on and put the other belt in here. Okay, I got the new belt in now. It was a little tight because the belt is brand new and it's not stretched yet. So I had to loosen up the tension more. So this pulley went up more on top, and then that made some more room for me to slide all this one belt around this pulleys. So now let's tighten up the tensioner on top when it's tight, now we're gonna tighten up the lock this bolt down so that it won't move around loose like that. Okay. All right, so it's tensioned now. Belt is tight. Now it's time to lock this bolt right here, 14 mil. See, the more you tight this bolt here, it keeps the pulley straight to the housing, and that will get more tension on the belt. So let's start the engine. Let's see if what kind of noise we're gonna get. All right, it looks like it's good, no noise. So this is a fix. Now let's put everything back together. Now next is the shield here, and put the wheel back on and send it back to the customer. Oh yeah, I just noticed, I don't know if you can see this kink right here. Somebody was working on the brakes, and then something that it was loop around. That's not good. I'm gonna let him know about that. And then a little bit of oil leak here. So alright guys, thanks for watching.